Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is back in the basic chuckle. This is how we do text, baby man. That is back. You know what it is. Know what it is. The only place, all the place, all the place, all the place, all the place go get it. All the place go get it. All the place, all the place, all the place, all the place go get it. Is right back in the basic chuckle. This is how we do text, baby man. That is back. You know what it is. Know what it is. Know what it is. Know what it is. Real man rise up. Fake man rise down. Real woman rise up. Fake woman rise down. Practice what preach and preach on. And today's topic we're going to talk about is I want to drop the science on this because this is what really pisses you off right here. This scientific racism thing, man, it's all propaganda. That's what it is. Anybody who believes this, you a fool. You know good darn now well, black people's skull do not shape like that. It don't shape like that. I don't know why any white person believe that, but they know it's not true. I mean, it's funny. It's funny. It's funny. Even European skull like that. Everybody got the same skull as the European does. Every race. But I'm gonna tell you what the problem started at. It started from the Homo sapiens and the Neanderthals. I believe somebody's lying about this scientific racism. Somebody's lying, man, because it just don't sound right to me. It don't sound right to me about this whole thing. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. It's happened 200 years ago. They said every humanity starts beginning in Africa, right? I don't know how true that is, but that's what they say. It started from the from in Asia. I mean, started not Asia. It started from Africa. Africa. Africa stood for is the Roman African Canada, but it also come from what I'll code from Europe. That's over there in Europe. And some say that over there in Africa, Homo sapiens over there come from the San Bushman tribe, whatever, the real San people, San Bushmen. And some say Caucasoids are the people of the Neanderthals. So that explains a lot how these other races got up in here. That explains it. From all the way to Europe to the Caucasus Mountains to all the way to Africa to South Africa. But you never know. Look at this. Look at this. Knowing damn well they trying to say every skull is the shape of a skull is this. But I believe everybody had the same shape of skull as this one. But these two skulls, come on, you mean to tell me a person is migrating over a monkey having sex with a sexual contact and contact with a monkey animal instinct and human instinct? That's what you're trying to tell me. See, I don't believe what some Europeans are saying. I don't. Until one of them got to start telling the truth. I'm talking about the white elitament people, man. Because who gonna believe this? I sure as hell don't. Because the last time I checked, when I look at this, when I did the research, that explains a lot how this racism got started. But I'm gonna tell you who those are responsible after I explain this in a minute. But like I said to this, man, you got to go to all the way to Africa, to Asia, to Europe, to South America, to North America. That's how people got here at some point. No wonder that they put Hindu is in other words an indigenous people. I believe that what happened was if you make one race, it make it two race. If you break one egg, it become two eggs. That's what happened. Somehow one race got to drop off, each drop it off first, and then the other race come off second. This whole thing, somebody need to start telling the truth. Look at the definition of the word white. White is like a color of milk, or it's bleach, or pale. That's the definition of white. But look at the definition of the word black. Black represent of ebony in this whole it started with a COAL, coal, whatever you want to call it, and and also be is blotted out, blah and blah blah, and that's what it started all this whole thing. Look at the definition of that, and you can't tell me of this. But I'm gonna tell you who is responsible. This man right here, man. This dude, this whatever his name is, Charles Darwin. That motherfucker is a racist, and I'm gonna tell you why. He believed that every race has come from different species and descendant of animals or something like that. Come on. That's something that a European act would do something like that. Let's be honest. Black community do not engage in having sex with animals. Let's be for real here. Who gonna believe that? I sure as hell don't. See, they lying. And you can tell the way they saying it because they don't want to accept the fact many of them come out of black people. They don't want to accept it to make it look like black people are superior. Black people are not superior because we come from all different shapes, from yellow to red to damn pink to all these other colors. Every other race come from all colors. Look at white people come from all different colors, but they're saying they're not a color. If they're not a color, what is it then? No, I saw something that really hurt the fuck out of me. This white water trying to say we can't drink the same water fountain as them. You know why they did that? Because they're trying to say black community scared of water. That's why they do this. That's why they say that black people scared of water. We can't breathe the oxygen breathing that Europeans had. See, this is pathetic. Anybody can't swim. I mean, come on. There's some people can swim. There's some people can't swim. I mean, some people can and some people can't. I mean, this is ridiculous. Anybody who buy into this, you're a fool if you think like that. If you believe this Charlie Dawson win or whatever his name is, if you believe his work, that tell me right there you're a racist. That tell me right there you're a fucking racist because you're saying that white people are superior and black people are inferior. Come on, man. Superior is another word is I'm better than you. I'm qualified, real qualification than you. That's what it means. And inferior means you qualify career qualification for yourself. And I'm telling you, this man started it all. But I'm gonna tell you something. Hitler was full of shit because this man, he not only he was German and Australian, this motherfucker it got some goddamn Jewish in him and African is this ancestor in him. Oh, they will never admit that. So they didn't show no scene that he's Aryan or not. It is bullshit. They're gonna find out they're Precious Lee and Jerry Lee Hoover. He got some black in him. I mean, I don't understand. That's like me saying that if I hate all kind of white people, but I'm anti-white, meaning that you're against white. How can you say you hate white, but you got some white European relatives in your blood? For years, black people got white people ancestors their blood. Whites and Asians and Africans are all connected from each other. That's what I'm trying to say, and it comes from Book of Noah. Some say Noah was the one molest his own grandson, and his son witnessed what his grandfather did to his own damn son. And how can his own grandfather did his own grandson? His own son of his other son having son. That's how sick this stuff is. People need to read in the Bible because what's been said. Some say that Cain was a white farmer. I don't know how true that is, and killed the black hunter. Some say that. Now, I don't know how true that is, but let's say if it were. Because that explains a lot. That's why racial tension. When I look at Caucasians are the tribe of Chepet. You look at them from Russian to Italian to Greek to German, all of them. They are the tribe of Chepet. Black people come from the tribe of Ham, Jamaicans, Trinidad, Haitians, Africans, whole nine. You look at Asian people, they're the tribe of Shem. That's from the Japanese, the Chinese, the Filipino, Thailand, even to damn Jews and Muslims. See, that explains a lot why these so damn races going on. And this is the same Catholic Church that killed Jesus Christ. Let's be honest. Some say that Jesus Christ's real name Jehovah and Jehovah. And the other just is fake posing in Jesus Christ is somebody else. It's not Jesus. It's whatever his name, Cassidy or Bartimaeus. Some he got a funny name, and he's a heterosexual, messing with men and female, and also killed his own brother. His other brothers come back and kill him to claim the throne over there in Rome. I'm telling you, it does make sense. For those who people don't know what that word nigger come from, I'm explaining what the word nigger meant. The word nigger that comes from all the way to Egypt, trying to say if black people die, they can rise back from the dead. It's the ancient Egypt ritual. that that's gonna brought back people to the dead, or they trying to say we couldn't communicate the dead. They want us dead, man. That's what that word means when a white person say the word nigger or nigga, but it's term endearment and term and offensive. That term and offensive that the word nigger basically saying I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna hang him, I'm gonna do all these things to him. That's what that word meant. And even Greeks know what this word was about. It's a Greek word for nabio, mean dead. So it does make sense. So they really want to kill Trayvon Martin because they still believe black people can't participate, can do anything that other races. Yes, they could if they can choose to believe. But I'm gonna tell you what this: white people need to start telling their folks the truth, man. They need to start telling them. I'm telling you, you need to go back to the medieval time from the 15th century and the 5th century. You need to go back where all the years ago from the Stone Age to the Ice Age. Why you think they call it the fucking Ice Age? Because they lost the melanin of their skin, and it does make sense. And who's their missing link? What trace the link to us? And who's the part of the link? Whites. That explains a lot. Why they hate blacks. They took everything what blacks are doing. Music, art, all this shit. Name one race. Even the term slavery is come from Slavic people. So that explains it a lot. That explains it. Slavic is a language. But what they got to do with Russia and Ukrainian? Saying we speak the same language as them and we're descended, not only that we come from the tribe of Ham and many of them come from out of the tribe of Shem and we come from out of the tribe of Japheth. That's what they're saying. So it does make sense with this master and this servant it's all about. Serving, but you can't serve for yourself. You need other people to serve it because you couldn't afford it or you couldn't buy to afford it. When you're a master, you master anything. You can figure out what your plan, what's your next adventure, what your event, what you're gonna do. See, it does make sense, man. I'm gonna tell you, this whole scientific racism, it's all bullshit. It's all propaganda. And these Ku Klux Klan, and now I figured who they really are. They ain't nothing but the damn original Knight Templars. I bet you if you could take the Pepsi and make it your own brand and change the name to original name to Pepsi to Pep and make your own, like you didn't know it's come from the original of Pepsi, but you change it to Pep. So it does make sense. And the swastika come from swap for the Hindu symbols, all that stuff. They got some black in their blood, but they will never admit it. Black people will never admit they got some European in their blood. So that explains a lot. Like this incident about these two dancers. Two dancers. They just danced, and all of a sudden they thought they was kidnapped this white lady. Because let me tell you, she the symbol that gave birth to the white race. But that's white guys' fault. They stop and jump in bed with their women. It's just as much as black men's fault. Stop and jump in bed with stop and jump in bed with black women. But you want to turn around and get all mad. That's what white women's fault. They stop and jump in bed with their men, and that's what black women's fault. They stop and jump in bed with their men. Stop jumping in bed with your partner, then you wouldn't worry about your partner. Start jumping in bed with other partners. I never understand this. I'm against racism. I would love to kick their ass because anything you believe, it's just stupid. It's the dumbest thing. For years, and whites and blacks mess around years ago. For years, even my uncle told me. He said between this whole Confederate flag support racism, it wasn't about black and white. It was about who could conquer the North and the South, between the grays and against the blues. So that explains a lot. That explains a lot. Out of the blue and no gray area. It's going to be a gray area. And they don't want to see other races mingled together. But they've been mingled together for years. So why do you think they call them mixed counterfeit? Why do you think they do that? Ever since Obama got in there, Obama got half black and half white. But he don't fit that potential of means to be a white person. For example, some people argue that whites can make it out of the cold and black can make it and struggle out in the heat. Whites can't struggle out the heat with a lack of melanin. Blacks can't struggle out the cold because they don't have the cold of the climate of the skin to be impalement. That does make sense. That does make sense. If it's not, you need to explain yourself why there's so much racial tension. So that shows me that tell me right there whites are the Neanderthals and blacks are Homo sapiens. Some whites got the Homo sapiens in them. Some blacks have got the Neanderthals in them. For example, look at Harry Belafonte. He got the Neanderthal. He got the same feature man. Is tall and slender, just as much as the Aryan, but he don't have blonde hair and blue eyes. You would think. And all Aryans, nothing word for Ariel. Aryan and Ariel. It's the same damn thing. Who the fuck they trying to fool? And all tried the Shabazz, and Shabazz, it's like Kazam. It was a movie by Shaquille O'Neal, made a movie called Kazam. And it sounds like Shabazz and Jam. Shabazz and Jam. It sounds the same pronounced. I'm Kazam, and without Kazam, Kazam. It sounds the same meaning. And they still believe that every black person is tribe of Shabazz, man, from the Moors and all that other stuff, and connected with the Muslim and the Barbarians, whatever you want to call it, mixed with European and Arab and blacks. It explains a lot. And Aryans mixed with the Turks in Great Britain, and mixed with Native Americans, and mixed with African ancestry. See, somebody's lying. If you don't believe me, you got to ask yourself sometimes. We got to come together, white, black, everybody, and stop this racism once for all. It's all propaganda. It's all bullshit. And the word cracker trying to say every white person never been enslaved. Bullshit. Not only that they were slave owners, they were being enslaved as well. If you don't believe me, you got Russia and trying to rush out the Caucasian out of the land. They trying to rush out the Caucasian out. Russia trying to. You got Caucasian trying to rush out Russia out of their land. If it don't, it's not in eternity, eternity in or no eternity, and no eternization at all. Come together as one. All right, all right. It's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Base and Chunk of the Deuce. This is how we do text, baby. Until next time. All right, all right. Peace, and I'm out. All right, peace, and I'm out here. All right, all right.